Okay, so as I did yesterday, here's the news and notes of today that don't warrant a video all in and of their own, but I'll do a video on them altogether. Eric Carlson's getting moved in the next 24 to 48 hours. Or today. Maybe. The Sharks are pushing for him, I guess. Darren Drager's reporting the Sharks are pushing hard for him. Um, we'll see. Because he was going to Tampa, Dallas, Vegas, and the Canucks are in on it. He's not going to Vancouver. San Jose. And the reason that I say he's not going to Vancouver is because I just can't see him going through a rebuild in Vancouver. But that's me. So Carlson's supposed to get dealt. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. Is where I'm at. Jake Allen's out for 10 to 14 days with back spasms. So if you're a St. Louis Blues fan, you got to be like, yes, Jake Allen is injured in this. They haven't even started training camp yet. And it's at least this time it's not psychological. At least this time it's physical. That's got to be some good news. Gabourik's not going to be at camp. Ottawa Senators fans shouldn't be entirely surprised. And I'm sure Carlson's thinking, geez, why didn't I think of coming up with an excuse not to be here? So Gabourik's out. Gaborik at this point is broken down, and he's playing out the string, and I don't see him being an Ottawa Senator for long. I was really surprised the Senators didn't just buy him out. I thought it was a buyout when they acquired him in trade. So with Gaborik out, it doesn't really affect anything in my eyes. Toronto Maple Leafs news. Yeah, there's two pieces of Maple Leafs news on here because of course there is. Tavares, Marleau, and Riley will all wear A's as assistant captains. There will be no captain, which means Austin Matthews doesn't get an A, but he gets an A from all Leaf fans. And again, so the way this is announced is Matthews won't wear an A. It's not Tavares, Marleau, and Riley wear A's. The headline is Matthews doesn't get an A. Matthews is in his third year. Third. Not third year, really not third year, also not third year. And two forwards and a defenseman. That's kind of the way things work when it comes to captains. And who cares? I honestly, and I'm sorry, it's just weird to me that this big deal made over it. Brock Boeser's decided not to negotiate a new deal. He's going to play out his entry-level contract. As a Canuck fan, this terrifies me. I have to be completely honest. I am horrified at the idea of Brock Boeser and what he might do this season. Because those 29 goals as a rookie could be nothing compared to the 40 he could score in his sophomore year, and it could be a very expensive contract for the Canucks. Very expensive. And we're getting into an era where I think offer sheets are going to happen, and I would hate for Boeser to be the guy that gets poached with an offer sheet. So he's not negotiating anything, and they'll wait until the year's over, which is fine-ish. Can't wait for all the speculation and trade rumors to start. They'll start. The Leafs are allowed to grow facial hair because they scrapped Lou Lamoriello's policy. Related note: Islander players are no longer allowed to have facial hair, and it makes me laugh because it's so weird. It is all I think of is Mr. Burns with his baseball team and Don Mattingly's sideburns. I really that's all I think of, and it's so strange to me, and it's so old fashioned. And so the Leafs are all growing facial hair. It's so weird. It's odd. Oh, I don't have on the board here, but I might as well mention this because it's other Leaf news. Rumor has it that Nylander wants $8 million a year, and the Leafs don't want to pay him $8 million a year. So look out, because if he ends up getting $8 million a year, that'll drive up the price for Marner. Because Marner is, I think, the better player between Marner and Nylander. So if Nylander gets $8 million, Marner's worth $8 million. That's $16 million between those two. $27 million when you include Tavares, and then you got Matthews, who's going to get more than. It's going to get expensive. Oliver Ekman-Larsson has been named as the captain of the Arizona Coyotes in the least surprising move ever. I don't know who else you would have given it to, but OEL is the guy. And it's been reported Victor Rask had surgery for some kind of a knife mishap in his kitchen. And it's these two fingers here. I don't know if he severed them, but I can say as a guy who's got a scar on his thumb here from a knife incident in my own kitchen, it hurts. And I didn't need surgery for mine. They could just sort of glue it together. But if he needed surgery, then that's probably he probably lopped off a couple of fingertips be really careful, boys and girls, when you're in your kitchen about what kind of sharp knives you're using and what you're using them for. And this comes from a guy with a scar on his thumb reminding him to put down the steak knife if you don't need it to do something stupid. Use a butter knife. Anytime you're in the kitchen, use a butter knife for something stupid. So there you go. There's your news of the day. And we'll see if I'm doing a Carlson trade video over the next 24 to 48 hours and if it's going to involve the Sharks. So let all the speculation begin. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. Let me know in the comment section below where Carlson's going and how you feel about the Leafs' facial hair and who's going to wear captaincy. And this right here is what I'm talking about. That anything that happens with the Leafs, seriously, it's always in the news. This to me isn't like big news, and yet it's treated like it is. So there it is. It's on the board, and I find it as entertaining as anybody else might. So again, let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.